Hi, this is a quick overview of the Breville Precision um, egg cooker. It is a formidable machine from Breville, and I got to play with it a little bit here, and I wanted to give you some of the overview. It is a big footprint machine. It's going to take up a lot of space on your counter. I know for me, I don't cook that many eggs, or if I do, I'm going to do six at a time, right? Hard boiled eggs. So I know a lot of people poach every day. And it might be useful for them to have it on the counter. There's a clock you can set. Now, Bravo is making it a point to really promote how much you can cook with it. It isn't egg related, from salmon to shrimp and scramble the eggs. You can do that. You can make hollandaise sauce. They have like these beautiful recipe cards. I think they're really emphasizing don't just think of this as an egg cooker. Essentially, that's what it is. Now, they have the lines on the inside that you can follow. They use different words like texture and method for the type of egg. Texture means hard boiled, soft boiled, poached. Uh, and they do want you to set the clock. It's fairly intuitive. I mean, most of their equipment is intuitive, but you will need the directions to sort of set this up in the beginning. Now, the clock will stay uh, tuned for a little bit when it's unplugged, but unless you're going to like, if you're not going to keep it on the counter, there's no point in setting the clock, the actual clock. Um, so I'm just sort of discovering it for the first time. Now I want to boil some eggs. I'm at high altitude. There are no high altitude directions, and I want to be able to um, figure out what I need to do differently. And this has a probe with it so that you can get the actual temperature perfect. So I did set the clock here. I just wanted to show you guys how to do that. It's fairly easy. You hold it down and it moves a lot faster. So, okay, so all right, the directions are telling me that I need to set it to, in order to set it to boil, I got to put water on it to the line. Now, you press the method button to get there. Now, these are the directions. Increase the temperature to 212. This means you are entering into boil method and the texture menu, soft, medium, or hard will appear. Press texture and select how you want your eggs done. So see, the minute I hit the temperature of what I want, it tells me soft, medium, or hard. Now, where we're supposed to know how these temperatures are, I don't know. I guess they're going to tell me. They did tell me. Like in other words, it doesn't just automatically set it. So now there is a probe that you want to push in. They give you two holes for that so one can continue to release steam and that you can pick the one that's not going to touch the product. And they do say that the probe is very sensitive. It has a holder in the back. That's what it looks like so you never lose it. Very smart. Leave it to Breville. Um, and so you can see that I have it on hard and 212 and I'm letting the thing warm up. And so it's at 71 degrees. That's what the probe is telling me. Now, the problem with high altitude is that I had a hard time getting the water. I guess water is going to boil is it a higher temperature or lower temperature, whichever. I couldn't get it to 212 degrees Fahrenheit, so it must boil at a lower temperature, which means if I couldn't get the water to 212, I couldn't trigger the machine to go to its next phase. So there's 201 and it just sat there for a long time. Now, this is again the first time I'm using it with you, but I'm thinking I'm not exactly sure if I can lower the temperature now or what I need to do, but it's boiling, it's full on boil. So I now I wish I would have lowered the temperature to then at least work with me. Turns out, um, okay, unfortunately, my video of the actual boil process didn't work, and so I can tell you this is a new set of eggs. Um, I couldn't get the eggs to really quite work on the hard boil function. Now I probably could if I adjust the temperature a little bit and let it go through its process, but they were a little underdone and I threw them out. Sorry, chickens. Okay, now I thought I'd try the steam method. I heard it was a little more powerful to get hard-boiled eggs, especially at high altitude, because I'm not having to worry about the boiling temperature of water. So what I did was I saved an egg from the undercooked boiled ones, one, and then I took a brand new egg. And so there's two eggs in the steam process, and this is what's left. Now this is the egg that I had boiled first, and it was really not, it was underdone. the other relative eggs were just almost raw. So actually not bad. And there's no green in there. I didn't overcook it. And this is the one that was completely raw from the start. And then look, it's just a little more underdone. Some people like it that way. I'd like mine a little cooked a little better, but listen, there's hope here. So the steamer actually seems like the more powerful version. I'm going to play with this thing. I'm excited about it. I'll update as I learn more, but there's hope for us high altitude folks and hard boiled eggs.